Hi, welcome to Shtick Boys Tech Hobble. I have a new piece of kit here today to test. It's called the Hybrid PUC150. They claim 150 lumens top. It has a 200 or 2000 milliamp battery. You can charge it by solar. And I had one of these years ago, and it was awesome. However, it had a 4000 milliamp battery. So we're going to test this one out and see if it actually lives up to its claims. I actually got this for free because they do have a lifetime warranty. So they sent this to me for free, and I've had it for a couple of months, but I haven't really gotten around to taking a look at it. So let's take a look and see what we can devise from it. I think it has an actual problem, and I'm going to show you during my tests, and we'll see. I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Hybridlight. I'm going to send them the results and see what they say and see if it either can be corrected. They can send me a new one, or I can send this one back, or if this is the way it is. Because if this is the way it is, then it's going to be bordering on Chinese 10,000 lumens that lasts for 20 hours and never has to be recharged. Where you're getting on the cusp of false advertising. Anyway, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at it. Compared to my old one, it still has the same high quality fit and finish. You just unscrew it and pull it out, and it turns into a nice little lantern. Also, when it's compressed, you just compress it and twist, and it locks. And it's got some nice soft sort of, I guess it's almost like rubber, but it's not. It's just a soft plastic. It comes with a charging port plus a USB charging port out. So if you want to charge your phone up a little bit, now it only has a 2000 milliamp battery. So if you're using like an Apple product, which is a power hog, I wouldn't expect this to actually charge your phone up to full. But I have used it, and it does work. I'll show it to you later in the video that it does function, and it will give you some charge on your phone, so if you need it in an emergency. The functions are, when it's closed, it's the same thing. It's just a one-button sort of operation. You just hit it once. That's your low. That's high. And then it goes to off. If you hold down the button, it goes to strobe on high. So it's a pretty simple unit. Does what it needs to do. It comes with a USB charging cable. There's not much to it here. But it's a nice little unit. It's well built. The problem comes up in the actual light output. I'm going to show you just low, just to show you. Okay, there's low. Here, I'll turn off the light for fun. We're going to do some proper lighting tests. And it's okay, you know, you're getting something out of it. You can get like a little light here. There's high, which is better for sure. Like, look, you're getting a decent amount of light. And if you hang it upside down, because the bottom has the light bit for the flashlight, I find that it actually casts a little bit better light if you actually hold it up a bit. Like have not the solar part up. I mean, the solar part up, not down, and you can get it like a decent amount of, light out of it. When you close it, and now you can see the flashlight function. So that's high. Let's try low. That's low. And that's high. And that's off. Okay, there you go. Okay, hello. We're going to do a little test here. We're going to test out the puck. I've charged it up again, even though I only turned it on for those few seconds just to show you what it is, because I want to try to give this the maximum benefit of the doubt. We're going to test this against my lumen top, which has a 32 lumen setting on it, the medium setting. Now this has a nickel metal hydride, so it's probably more like 30, maybe 28. It's a little slightly less due to the lower voltage. I'm also going to put one of these cells in, which is a lithium iron, no, it's not a lithium iron phosphate, it's just a normal lithium ion, which is at 3.7, which turns this lumen top on the low setting to around 60 to 80 lumens, something like that. maybe a little higher. It's just under 100 basically, which theoretically, this puck with 150 lumens and this projector beam, it should be very close to at least this. This should actually be better than that. Also, I have my Amertech E3S, which does have a 30 lumen setting on the lowest and a 150. And this is FL1 rated, same as the lumen top. So I'm going to test it. It should get close to this, theoretically, because this is 150. It's rated at 150 at one of the settings, and then it goes up to crazy 3000. I might do a review on this. This is an awesome flashlight. But let's test them all out and compare and see if this gets anywhere close to 150 or even at least 75, which was the old one. The old one was fine at 75. It was nice and bright. I have a picture. I got some screenshots, fortunately, of the old light, so we can compare the brightness and you can see them side by side in a picture. So we'll do that. So right now, I'm just going to turn off the light. I'm in the bathroom, sorry, because it's the only dark place I can get. Okay, so we're going to go with the hybrid light. If I can feel what I'm doing here. Here, I'll turn on the lumen top to see what I'm doing. Okay. There's low. So this is low with the hybrid light. Now, this lumen top, this is the nickel metal hydride, has a low setting on it, which is 5 lumens. As you can see, this is slightly brighter than this at 5 lumens. So I'd say this is about 10 with the projector beam. We're just doing the flashlight part of it here. So this is pretty close. It's just above, I'd say, above 5 lumens at the lowest. Now on the highest, that should be 150. So that's 120 on my lumen top, and it's much brighter than this. So let's see if we can sort of identify what brightness is what. This is 32 now. And this is supposed to be 150. This is a lighter light. This is a diffuse beam, and this is a projector. So the projector should do very well, theoretically, because it's going to gather all the light and focus it. This is just diffusing. But as you can see, just on 32, I'd say this is about the same brightness. This might be slightly brighter. This might be like 40, 50, maybe. So let's diffuse them and see what happens. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put that in my pocket. We're going to pull out the light, and we're going to stand it there. As you can see, it's nicely done, the light. It's a nice little bright. But if you look at this, and I put my diffuser cap on here, if you look at them side by side, it's basically the same. In fact, I would say this is actually brighter, the lumen top at 32 lumens. This is 32. Here, I'll put it away. That's 150, according to Hybridlight. That's 32. Say 30 with the nickel metal hydride because it's slightly less voltage. That's 150. 32, 150. Now, if you want to see what 150 really looks like, we'll put it back. I'll turn off the lumen top, and I'll turn on my flashlight. That's 30. This is 30 FL rated. You can take a look at the hybrid light. So that's high. That's 150 on the hybrid light. Or sorry, that's their claim is 150. This is 30 on my FL1 rated Amertech. That's 30. That's 150. Now, if you want to see what 150 really looks like, that's 150. This is what they claim is the brightness of that. So they say this is 150. That's real 150. What do you think? All right, on to the next test. Okay, now we're going to do a test at a little bit of a distance. It's maybe 15, 20 feet to my wall. This is just, in my living room of my apartment. So we're going to start with the hybrid light. And I want you to take notice of the shadows that are coming off of the bike, so you can see the definition of actually how much light is coming off. Like if you go like this, you can see there's a shadow on my bike, and due to the shadow, you can tell if it's brighter or not, because if it's a well-defined sharp shadow, then it's a lot brighter. So this is high. This is their 150 setting. So it's got a really nice beam. It's got a nice projector beam on it. So here, we'll go. There's the bike shadow, you can see. Now I'm gonna do the, what is this? The lumen top with the nickel metal hydride in it. And we're gonna try it on the different settings. So that's 150, that's low. I hope the camera can even pick that up. That's supposed to be 30 lumens. This is supposed to be 30 lumens. That's 150, and that's off. So let's compare. Okay, look, here's 5 from the lumen top with the nickel metal hydride. So let me get to the shadows again so you can see. So this is supposed to be 30. 5, 30. So let's boost it up. That's 150. Take a look at the shadow if it can come in the camera, I don't know. But there's 150. Now, here's 120 on the lumen top. Now it's going to be about 110 or something like that because of the nickel metal hydride lower voltage. So that's 110. That's 150, according to Hybridlight. 120, according to lumen top. 150, according to Hybridlight. So let's try another test. Let's try to see if we can get to the same sort of level as the Hybridlight. See, it's a nice beam. This projector beam, lens they put in here is really nice, but that's 150. That's 32, or about 30 with the lower voltage, maybe 28, 29, something like that, slightly less than 30. That's 150. That's 32. Now, I do have an actual FL1 rated 30 on this one. So, here, let's just make sure it's... Okay, so that's 30 on my flashlight. This is the AmuTorch E3S, yeah. So that's 30. That's 150. Yeah, 150, according to Hybridlight. 30. 150. 30. Take a look at the shadows, see the definition. 150. Now, if you want to see what 150 looks like in comparison to the Hybridlight, okay, now I have it on the 150 setting on my E3S. This is FL1 rated, the same as the Hybridlight according to them. That's 150. That's 150 Hybridlight. 150. That's 150 Hybridlight. Okay, so let's do another test. I'm going to put a lithium ion battery in my lumen top here, which should give it around 60 to 80. Like it's under 100. Put it that way. On the low setting. Okay, so let's do the same thing again. That's 150. It's a nice beam. That's about 60 or 80 on the lumen top. Take a note of the shadows. 150. about 80, say 60 to 80, something like that. 150 for hybrid light, 60 to 80 with the lumen top. Okay, let's compare.
Okay, as you can see on the left-hand side, that's my old PUC light, and that's 75 lumens max claimed. And as you can see, it's way brighter than the new PUC. The new PUC is almost like my old PUC's low setting. So let's take a look at slide 2. Okay, we have both lights on the lowest setting, so you can see what the color temperature is like. If on the left, you can see the lumen top EDC01 at the 5 lumen setting, the light is still white. It's a normal 6500K color temperature roughly. But if you look on the right, can you see how blue the hybrid light is? Like the LED is almost dying, because when LEDs start getting bad, they start turning bluer. I'm wondering if this is actually a defective LED. We'll see it more on the next slide. Okay, in slide 3, you can even see it more acutely. The lumen top and the hybrid light are both on their highest settings. The lumen top on 120 lumen setting and the hybrid light on 150. The hybrid light is nowhere near even the 120 lumen setting of the lumen top. Also, if you look at the beam, and say I didn't know any better, I didn't know what this was, and you just showed me this picture, and you said, what's wrong with this beam? It should be as bright as the left beam, and I had no numbers, nothing. I'd say, well, the one on the right, it looks like the LED's going. It's turning blue. So this shows you that I might have just got a defective LED in this unit.
Okay, so what do I think about the PUC light? Well, I've owned one for years, and they're great when they work. They're very sturdy. Like my old PUC light, I must have dropped like 1,000 times, and it's been run over by my bike. Like I totally tortured it, and it kept on trucking. Even this light, all of the functions seem to work. But unfortunately, the most important function, which is the light, I think the LED is bad in here. It's very, very blue, which tells me that the LED may be just going, because it shouldn't be that blue, no way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this video off to Hybridlight and see what they say. They may say, oh yeah, it shouldn't be like that. Sorry, here, we'll send you a new one, or send the other one back. That's fine. Because even with half the battery capacity of the older one, even if it got to 75 lumens, then this is a pretty nifty little device, because it does charge by solar very slowly. I think I did a 4-hour charge today through a screen in the winter with wispy clouds. And I worked out through my meter, I got about maybe 400 milliamps into it. So it was getting about 100 milliamp an hour. Now in the summertime, when there's proper sun and, it's not through a screen and it's, sitting out in the sun, you'll probably get a little bit more out of that. So you figure after 10 hours, you're getting 1,000 milliamps in bad sun. That's at least half a charge. I did a runtime test. I didn't show it in the video because this is more of like to show Hybridlight that, yeah, this might be defunct or non-functional, because I'd like to do a follow-up video if I get one that actually functions to do the proper tests on it. But it does run for about 4.5 hours, and my old one ran about 9 with the double the battery. So you figure, yeah, you're getting half the battery, you're getting half the runtime. But even with half the battery, if it was at least the 75 lumens, not even 150, if it was 150, that would be a bonus. But if it at least got to 75 lumens, then I would say this is definitely a buy for someone. Now, these are more expensive, but these are tough, because Swokie has something similar to this, but it only has 800 milliamps. And from what I've read, it like falls apart. You know, if you take you try to take the handle to pull it apart, the handle pops off and breaks. So this is a very tough unit, and it's a very good unit. In fact, I wish I still had my old one left because it had the bigger battery in it. But still, I guess we'll find out what Hybridlight says, and I'll keep you guys in the loop. All right, thanks.